Silent Hills like Revelations feels like an insult to Silent Hill 3. I have played the game, and after watching like the movie a second time as an adult gives me a very bad taste in my mouth. I don't know what the writers were thinking here, but this was not Silent Hill 3 at all. So this movie, I gotta say, I have a very, very odd history with it. So I had seen like the movie in theaters when I was like a kid. I was still like maybe high school, and I had already played the game too before watching the movie. And it was odd because during the film, I found myself like really enjoying it, and I was freaking out with all the characters that were in it from the game. But at the time, I think as I was younger, and because I also did not really get the heavy themes to Silent Hill 3 yet, I gotta be honest, guys, I felt like I was much too young to play the Silent Hill games. Silent Hill 2 and 3 were by far the darkest ones. Well, they're two of the darkest ones in the franchise, and I feel like I was a bit too young to play them. And at the time, I didn't really like understand the dark themes behind each game. And as I grew older and I started to actually like play them again, I kind of realized all the stuff I missed out because again, I was a kid. I didn't really pay attention to all that stuff. To me, I just played the game for the story. That's all I played it for, and I didn't know at the time the dark stuff behind the scenes of these games. And now, after watching like the movie again as an adult, and then playing the game too beforehand, now I'm like, man, this movie sucks. Okay, so this movie, it's kind of like what Return to Silent Hill did. It's like an insult to Silent Hill 2. Same thing. This is in part 2, Silent Hill of the Revelations. This one is an insult to Silent Hill 3. I cannot believe how much the film just like rewrites everything pretty much. Like only some stuff they kept in from the game, but I just couldn't believe how different it was, and it just felt like why? Like I was questioning all the choices during my second watch. And I was just so confused afterwards. Like, look, the first movie I'm always going to defend. The first movie, sure, it has its flaws because it isn't really following the storyline to the old Silent Hill games, but the reason why I like the first movie is because the atmosphere is excellent of the Silent Hill franchise. It's exactly the same feeling you get from the games. And the characters, the storyline is disturbing. That's the reason why I excuse it, and I don't mind it. But part 2 and 3 in this franchise, I don't know what the hell happened here. It doesn't make any sense. And Silent Hill, the second movie, The Revelations, I don't get what happened here. It feels like the director that made this movie didn't even play the games at all. At least for part 1, he actually played the games, and then he went on to make the part 3 movie, which was Return to Silent Hill. I don't know what happened there, but whatever. That video will be up for another day, guys. That movie was horrible. So, Silent Hill Revelations. I truly mean this when I say this, guys. It feels like an insult to Silent Hill 3. And yes, there are a lot of flaws to this movie, but there are 3 reasons why I don't like it. The first reason is Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head in this movie, he truly feels like he does not belong at all. And I'm like, in this movie, he kind of feels like he's just a TV grab here, like a cash grab. It feels like he was just thrown in the movie, just to like advertise the film. And sure, he has some cool scenes. Sure, he's practical looking. That's cool. But I don't know. He felt really off in this movie compared to the first one. And that's because, again, he does not belong in either film. He only belongs in Silent Hill 2 because he is from the mind of another character. But in Silent, but in this film, the first one, Pyramid Head was supposed to be the guardian of this girl that had been tortured by Silent Hill, and they were trying to bring that back in this one, part two, but Pyramid Head did not feel like he belonged. Like, it's really weird how they did it with him in this one. It could also be because of how cheap the practical set looked compared to the first movie. Like, the cult came off very odd in this one. You know, the backing didn't help either, but the set was really weird. I think maybe that was the reason why too. I don't know. This movie felt weird in a lot of scenes. And it looked cheaper than the first movie for sure. And again, I'm not trying to diss the budget here because some movies have actually made the practical sets work in their favor. This movie kind of like butchers it, and they make everything look really cheap. And Pyramid Head, I swear that every time he's on screen in this movie, I just feel weird because I'm like, bro, like, you really do not feel like you belong in this movie. It really feels like they threw him in to make the film a bit more entertaining. And let's face it, he was probably the best part of this whole movie. And yeah, I don't know what to say here, but Pyramid Head, he felt very odd in this movie. Like, it was just one of those, like, he felt like a plot device to just, like, move the plot a bit forward, and then toward the end of the movie, he does fight the main villain as a monster. Yeah, I don't know what to say here. It was definitely an odd choice. The second thing is by far the biggest insult for me, and it has to be Vincent. Vincent in the game. He's kind of seen kind of like a very dangerous figure. He's kind of like a creep almost. The first time the main character meets him, Heather, he really comes off scary to you because, again, the people she's running into in this, like, universe of Silent Hill, you know, the majority of them are dangerous. Like, she's already run into the main, like, leader of the cult, was Claudia, and now she's running into Vincent that's against her for some reason. But Vincent still comes off dangerous to you, and he does talk to Heather, like, Vincent's kind of like a messenger of some sorts, but he's still not a good person. Like, he's still a bad person, obviously. And, like, there's even a part he tells Heather that he actually does like Silent Hill. He finds it fascinating, which is just really messed up to say, because, again, it's full of monsters that want to kill you, and he likes it. That already tells you that he's bad news. And in the movie, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I really don't. They turned Vincent into the love interest for Heather. And I'm like, why? They made him into a pretty boy. He's played by the dude that plays Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. Are you kidding me? Like, I got so angry during my second watch of this movie because I was so upset they did that with Vincent. Vincent in the game is like a messenger for Heather. He's a danger to her too. In the movie, he's a love interest. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing this? This guy's supposed to be dangerous. You know what? I probably could have excused if they had made him a pretty boy, but the problem is he was a love interest for Heather. That was the problem with this movie. And I'm like, why would you do that? My God. That really got me so upset the first time I watched this movie. Heather should never have had a love interest to begin with. And Vincent, of all people, was just a bad choice. Like, I don't know. I just feel like the director saw the game. And I don't mean she played it. I mean, like, I think she saw the names to the characters and just threw them in the movie. And I'm like, okay. Like, that's what it feels like to me. And Vincent, too, another thing I had a problem with, too, with him, was he was helping out Heather try to take down the cult, right? But he was the wrong choice to be her sidekick, for sure, because in the game, she had a different sidekick, which brings me to my next issue. So, like, in the game, Heather's sidekick becomes this detective. His name is, like, Douglas Cartland. He had been hired by the cult to follow her, and once he finds her, well, she gets targeted by Silent Hill. And in the movie, this feels like a total insult to me as well. Um, he is introduced, right? The detective. It's Douglas Cartland. It was confirmed even in because I actually forgot his name. But it was confirmed if you go online. That's his name. He gets killed by a monster that was like Claudia in disguise. And he dies early. He doesn't die midway toward the end. Excuse me, sorry. Toward the end of the movie, he gets killed right away. And I'm like, Douglas is supposed to be the sidekick for Heather. He's like a father figure of sorts to her. And the fact that they killed him to make Vincent her sidekick instead was just ridiculous. That's just bad writing. And that like really told me too that the director did not play the game at all. Douglas is supposed to be her main sidekick in the game. Once he realizes Silent Hill is dangerous, he offers to help Heather go to Silent Hill to find Claudia, to take her out. You know, it was a very awesome dynamic they had in the game. I really did like the family bond they had. And to take that away from the movie was just dumb. I gotta be honest, if they had done that for the movie instead, I think I would have excused it to a point. You know, I think it would have been cool to see Heather and the detective together, working together, instead of having the pretty boy Vincent as her sidekick, which is so stupid. I could have given this movie some like leeway if they had done the Cartland route instead, but they didn't do any of that crap. They didn't do it. And oh man, this movie, it really pisses you off. As a Silent Hill 3 fan, it really just gets you upset because this movie obviously did not follow anything for the game. Like, sure, there were some parts it followed, which, for example, when Heather, finds out that, so Claudia's, father is a monster himself. His name is Leonard, and he has a seal or whatever. They did keep that faithful to a point, but the seal was stupid because in the game, the seal was like a plot device in a good way. It turns out the seal was just not really anything important at all. And that was Vincent's plan to take out Claudia, but it was just a fake. In the movie, it meant something, and I kind of had a problem with that a little bit because, again, it wasn't really game accurate, and I was just like, I don't know, man. This movie made a lot of bad decisions. It really did. And I can see why now fans don't like it. Because the first time I had seen it, again, I was a bit too young. And Silent Hill 3, I didn't really get the themes of it. I was just playing the story. I was like, oh, this is really cool in my head. But when I played again as an adult, I really studied everything about the game. I was really watching all the characters and motivations. And you know what? All these villains were terrifying in their own ways. The characters were very complicated. They were very like layered. And the movie just erases all of that, which is bullcrap. I'm so upset they did that to all those characters. Heather was maybe the only one I'll excuse a little bit. Everybody else, man, what were they thinking? Like, I don't know. Such bad writing, man. Okay. Sorry about my rant, guys, but this video, I really want to do it for a long time because this was not Silent Hill 3. It wasn't. Like, I don't know what the hell they were even thinking. Okay, so for today, guys, I'll see you with a brand new video very soon. Peace out. Oh yeah, right here, as you can see, I'm a big fan of Silent Hill 3. I have a poster of Heather up here. I discovered this in a Comic-Con many years ago. And I cherish this poster with all my heart, guys.